You expect rapid fire. This could be one where we see the Shiva gone. I think we could see the Shiva go on this one. We've seen some of these players bust out the Shiva in the last map. There you see rapid fire. Now, let's see. Overdrive going to go. You fully expected that. Potentially active camo, maybe smokes.
Super standard here for Uplink. And this is what you're going to see pretty much in any Optic matchup. This is what they're going to push forward. It looks like Envy feels comfortable playing into their playstyle, especially after how the hardpoint went. They took the hardpoint. You got to feel pretty comfortable with how things went. The final one going to be coming in from Slasher. Do they maybe target Danger Close again?
Envy's
that was the last one.
Like Danger Close. They've gone HCXD in the past. Camo.
Okay.
Yeah. You figured if Overdrive was off the board, you figured Camo would be the next specialist to go.
Well, let's take a look now at the specialist draft. You lost, Camo and Overdrive, so Kinetic definitely going to be coming in from each side. The question is, does one of these teams maybe go with 2 or 3 weapons, but you doubt that? Well, when you have...
I think Envy goes 2 weapons.
If Heatwave, it should be 2-2 split, I think would be probably...
Yeah, once you see Cap go Tempest, you expect to see one of those other guys.
Because you still have Kinetic and Heatwave, right? Because you have to take out Overdrive, right? So it still leaves 2 of those power.
Interesting. Optic's going to go 3-1. Crim's going to go with Vision Pulse overtaking something like the Tempest or the Annihilator.
Okay.
So that's a little bit interesting. But we've seen Crim use Vision Pulse time again, whether it's S&D or CTF, so he brings it out here on Uplink.
Well, it's nice sometimes when you can use it offensively if you're pushing, trying to see where you maybe spawn them out, or if they're trying to clear out your base. There's people who have gotten to Grandma's or Barn, you're trying to figure out where they're set up, trying to clear stuff out. You can use it a lot of ways. And Crim, one of the better players, I think we can agree, at using that particular ability. But I don't know. How do you feel about that? You a little bit more of a fan of the 2-2 split, or are you comfortable with going Vision Pulse there?
I'm a fan of the 2-2 split. I think the Tempest is going to be much more useful than something like a Vision Pulse. Sure, Vision Pulse, you get some, vision of where some of the players are on the map.
That would make sense.
Just kind of call it to your teammates. Yeah, I was looking for another word. But I was like, I'm tired of searching my brain. I'm just going to use the word vision again.
The reason I like the weapons is because I don't want to say Uplink is a snowball, but it sort of is. If you get an opening break and you get 3 kills, you can sort of get a rally going early. If you get that opening break, you get forward, you get a dunk, you pick up a couple more kills, you can put on a lot of points in a flurry.
You hit one guy coming through back alley with a Tempest shot, and they're spawning back there, kind of eliminates that whole wrap back to the base.
That's true. That's true. That could be a big one for sure. You're seeing the best of 5 breakdown right now. Fringe Uplink, obviously the next one on the list. If we need it, a game 5 would be Hunt and Search and Destroy. Before that, obviously a CTF. But right now, this is the swing game. You're tied 1-1. This is your game 3. Do you like whoever takes this one, or you don't really feel comfortable either way?
I think you would take whoever wins this one.
Okay.
I think this is kind of like a swing game. I think Envy is going to come out and play pretty well in this one, though. I don't expect them to just kind of roll over on Uplink. I think this is an Envy team
Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Formal hasn't had the greatest. He had good S&D.
Really good S&D.
Yeah, didn't have a great respawn.
Pretty average game 1, you could say, for what you expect from him.
From what you expect, yeah. And I think Slasher and JCap definitely with a lot to prove. Expect them to show up.
All right. Well, incredible series already. We're ready for game 3. Let's throw it over to our casters. Jack, Revan, it's all you guys.
We're all tied up heading into Fringe Uplink. Looking forward to getting this map started because it's got some very clear roles on it. It's got some very clear areas where you expect your submachine guns to be, where you expect your ARs to be. Either way, we are in for a treat. As Maven and Mr. X kept saying, this has been a great series so far, close through and through, and let's keep it that way here on Fringe Uplink. Revan, who are we watching at the start?
I want to watch Apathy. He's going to be using the Man of War here, and he's one of the new players and one of the new faces here on Team Envyus, and he's been playing really well, I thought. Aside from, that last Search and Destroy from the games we've seen him play with Envyus, I thought he's a great addition to the team.
All right, well, at the start, Apathy is the man we are watching. Quick draw.
Switch to the VMP.
Stock on that VMP. He's going to get right in towards the stub window area. Definitely an advantageous spot to either A, go for a flank, which looks like he might attempt to do, or if those kills happen on middle map, he'll rotate back, try to protect this drone. There's one. Does get taken down by Forwell, and already Optic Gaming pick up this objective, and they push right on towards Barn.
Yeah, Formal going for the high toss. He tries to sink it, and he does. So Optic Gaming, they strike first. But Karma, he's got the Shiva in his hands, looking to put pressure over near the Envious spawns. Is able to get one as we switch over to Crim6. He's here for the trade, and does connect there onto Slasher. Gets 2 as he shuts down John after that.
Formal Karma does get taken down outside of Barn. Now Crim6 doing what he can to stay alive. Formal with this objective. He's gotten his way into that front Barn window. Apathy punishes him, though, with that Man of War. Woo-hoo! John
all right, all for
destroys Scump there, and just like that, every single player on Envy wind up taking down a kill. Apathy actually gets 2, and he'll push up with this objective right away. He's got some help from that L wall area. Love this decision from JCap to just watch over cardboard as well. Envy moving up nice and methodically, but just like that, Optic Gaming get the number advantage in their favor.
Yeah, JCap was in a position to make some big plays happen, right? He had the angles on the Optic Gaming members that were set up and trying to stop that push from Envy, but unfortunately, as everyone else tried to go through tracks, they all died. JCap, the last one alive, unable to keep that play alive. So Optic Gaming, they're able to stabilize, and now we're back to fighting for map control, but as I say that, 3 go down for Optic Gaming. They know where Scumpy is. That's going to be Optic Gaming pushing forward. John with some good position here, as he's going to find some Optic players coming off respawn.
That's such a smart play to slide on up, just get the kill onto Karma, who is playing that back rails area. The 1-point toss does wind up going in. 4 do go down, and now it's Optic's turn to try to return the favor. Krim going for the high wall run. Here he goes. Actually misses it wide right, it appears.
Might work
Bounces
out.
just below it, but who knows? Optic Gaming could go for a dunk off this one. But as I said, it looks like a couple kills have gone in favor of Envy. Formal, though, with an opportunity to go for this one. Karma picks it on up. There's the dunk. Optic Gaming up 3-1.
All right, so the miss from Crim6 winds up paying off in the end as Formal is able to get 2 clutch kills. He's on a 5 spree, by the way. Ari has the HCXD to work with, 250 points away from the lightning strike, as it seems, as he's looking to control over near front barn. They get another 1-point toss in. They've been pretty good at hitting that high toss.
Oh, most certainly are. I mean, Crim6 did miss that one, but outside of that, they've gotten them done. For the most part, 2 for 3 so far this game. 2-possession lead right now for Optic Gaming. And again, they keep favoring this rail side. They haven't put too much of a pressure on mid-street. They're more or less just letting their slaying happen and then picking up the drone as kind of a afterthought. Do you agree with that decision so far from Optic Gaming?
Yeah, it's working in their favor. You got Formal, he's going off 11-5. Just focus on kills. As soon as you get Envy, as soon as you start manipulating their spawns so they're out over near the back alley like we saw in one of the earlier series of the night, you could just get so many scores in after in. But it's not like Envy, it's not like they haven't had opportunities to get points on the board, right? There have been times where Optic Gaming have been 3, 4 down. That right there we see another instance. It's just they haven't been able to find enough ground over near the Optic Gaming side of the map to put that drone through the goal.
Well, I really think Envy's roadblock has been near this globe side.
Yeah.
Right outside Oranges, there's always been an AR player stacked up who's gotten a kill that slows down this push. Right now, it's Krim who just came off spawn. He's going to rotate on over. He'll tag up JCap and finish off that kill. As it's still only 1 point on the board for Envy. The drone will reset to middle map, and Scump can try to pick this one up and go for a 1-point play. That's exactly what he's going to do.
He's going to pick up the drone, goes for that high toss once again. Dies before he could get it off. It's going to be Formal laying down some covering fire, and once again, 3 go down for Optic Gaming, but here comes Crimson in a position to stop this push from going further. Unable to do so. John needs to reset his armor. He also has Heatwave to work with. Teammates with forward position. He's going to go right in for the dunk, and he's going to get it. The Heatwave does come in the end from both players as he's looking to help out Appy here. Can he finish a kill? Yes, he can. So Envyus, they're right back in this game.
Nice job by John to stay alive in Optic Gaming's base. There's a couple more kills for him. Again, continuing to perform well. He led his team in slaying in game 1. Still continuing to do so now in game number 3. 1 point separating these two teams, but does Formal go for the one? I love that. I love that decision from Formal. He recognizes that he can at least try to go for the dunk. Unfortunately, though, because I believe of where his one teammate was, they spawned up right in the back of the base. They'll have to settle for the one. Optic Gaming keep it a 2-point lead.
Yeah, I think he was also running low on thrusts. I'm not sure if he got high enough there, but he settles for the easier toss in the end, and he sinks it. So Optic Gaming, they go back up by 2 points as kills being exchanged by both teams all across the map, just trying to establish their control over the neutral drone area. It's going to be Formal. So with this HXD also has a scythe now, but with 20 seconds remaining, I don't think he's going to use either of those. Solid shots as he takes down John.
He is just ripping through people with the with the M8 right now. Has an opportunity to go for a 1. Does he pick it up? No, he'll settle for more kills
Scump
on the
uses
map.
Kinetic, by the way.
Scump does pop Kinetic. Optic Gaming trying to get this drone pushed forward, but as I say that, Formal gets taken down. Scump is still here waiting for potentially a pass. The long one goes in. That's not going to happen. At the half, 5-3 will be the scoreline in favor of Optic Gaming over Envyus.
Yeah, Kinetic Armor is such a key ability, and now Optic Gaming, they're not going to have that to work with. As Scump used it, he was trying to get that forward position in barn, right, and he was able to get it, but unfortunately, I forgot who that was from Envy, but whoever that was near the middle of the street stops the drone carrier, stops the pass from going into Scump, and stops that last score from going in.
Well, Scump and Krim were the 2 lead blockers. Unfortunately, though, Krim went to go check his small fences when the player peeked right outside from that dark hallway to take down Scump. So, in the end, Envy hold. They keep it a 1-possession game. Off the break this time, we are watching Formal. He's got the scythe, and this is where major damage can be put in. And as I say that, he holds the nade from JCap.
Yeah, unfortunately, no flak jacket for him as John gets another one with the HCXD. The Vision Pulse now popped. He's able to stop that score from coming in thanks to some help from Karma as they're doing some great slaying right now. Karma still trying to stay alive. He puts on some covering shots, cleans up John, connects with some Man of War hip fire shots. Now Formal off respawn. Optic Game just trying to get this neutral drone away from their base, and they do exactly that as they toss it for yards.
Look at the specialists right now for Envy getting closer and closer to earning multiple of them to use on the map. A couple players do fall. Apathy last alive. He'll fall as well. 4 dead for Envyus. And look at the red arrows of Optic Gaming. They're surging up the map, looking to put their first points on the board for side 2. There goes the Tempest as well. Karma needs a ledge boost, and he does just that to get the dunk in. Optic Gaming back up by 2 possessions.
Now things are going to get scary. They need to take out John. He's the last one alive. I'm not sure if they know that he got the globe spawn, and he's going to allow his teammate Apathy. He's actually getting this great spawns for his entire team as they rotate back. Can they pick up the kills? They need to retake control of their base. 3 go down once again. Scum sees the last one. He's just sliding. He's dodging it like it's dodgeball here as he picks up the drone. And this is going to be another dunk for Optic Gaming.
14 kills in a row for Optic Gaming. Finally, Slasher stops them there. That was the definition of a massacre momentarily for Envy fans. And what you've got to commend Optic Gaming for is that they've remained in control of the Envy base. Finally, it does look like they've lost some of their grasp here, but the damage has been done. What was a 2-point game is now 6 points and a couple streaks in favor of Formal. He's now 27 and 14. Hey, they must have heard Mr. X and Maven talking about how he struggled in that first respawn with how he's shooting right now.
Well, it brings out the M8, and now he's dropping 28 and 15 with still plenty of time remaining in this game. It's going to be Optic Gaming. Sure, they have control, but Envy, they're not out of it just yet. Sure, they don't get the best use out of the Tempest, but it's going to be Slasher now bringing out the site. You have Apathy. He has his kinetic armor to use. He gets the toss off, and through the heat wave, he's able to sink it.
Nicely done to recognize that he's got to toss off that 1-point play as soon as possible, and he will get that one to sink in. Still 5-point game, though, between these two squads. Remains a 3-possession game. John definitely has slowed down. I believe he's about 6 and 12 in his last engagements. Now pushing up through little room. Heat waves, but it's to no avail as he still loses that engagement versus Karma. Crim6 trying to stay alive with that L card. That 1-point toss won't get off as well. So 9-4. Optic Gaming holding their base with just 2.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, still a lot of time to be played. It's going to be a 3-possession game for the time being. Optic Gaming, they have streaks to work with. Still the Lightning Strike, the HCXD can still come into effect. That's 3 go down for Optic Gaming. They know where Crim6 is as well. It's going to be JCap trying to push this one forward as Karma gets taken down off respawn. JCap going through top barn. He's going in for the dunk, and I think he's going to have it, even though John gets taken out watching the spawns. Just like that, and we bring it within 3. Now JCap getting kills off of the score. After controlling middle map, he's going to pop his kinetic armor. Finds one, takes down Karma as he maintains control of the drone and tosses it where his teammates are pushing.
You see the green arrows moving up through rails. He gets a call from his teammates. Just toss it forward for yards. He trusts them to be able to try to make a play on it. Unfortunately for Envy fans, it does look like Optic Gaming have regained control momentarily. Scum pops his kinetic armor as well, and that's 4 dead for a second for Envy. They know the final player is here on rails. John, though, does hold off 2, which might buy enough time for Envy to not let a score go in.
Yeah, JCap gets an angle as well, but Karma does drop. That drops the drone. Crim6 trying to stay alive. He does find one, trades his life out, but both these teams, man, they've been trading blows back and forth. At one time, Optic Gaming, they go down 3, then they respond. 3 go down for Envy, and a very back and forth game. Still only 3 points separating both these teams, as that's going to be Envy pushing through tracks.
Optic Gaming currently outslaying by about 10 kills in this one. Apathy with the L car. What was that? Did not think he had the shots on the Scump, and that's exactly what happened. Now Optic Gaming, they have an opportunity to score. The HC will be the first line to push in. The site of Formal ready to go as well. It's 3 dead again for Envy, and oh gosh, I'm getting flashbacks to earlier on this side where Optic Gaming went on a 14 streak. Now on a 7 streak of their own, looking to keep it going. They might still get another score off this one. Here goes Karma. There it is, 13-6. Optic Gaming to take this game free.
Yeah, Lightning Strike comes in as well with 30 seconds remaining. Envy down by 7 points. You're getting flashbacks earlier on the side. I was getting flashbacks earlier when we last saw these teams play here on Fringe Uplink. Just Optic Gaming, they had, what was it, like that surge in the final seconds. They definitely know how to play this map. Envy, they were looking good for the most part, but that one series of plays that Optic Gaming just had, they get too many points on the board. Now it's not possible for Envy to come back.
John connects with the long one, but it's too little too late. Optic Gaming will go up 2-1 in this best of 5 in the El Clasico of Call of Duty. Nice job by them. Revan, for the most part, it was pretty back and forth earlier on, but then Optic Gaming just began to surge on side number 2. they definitely knew how to set up to spawn trap Envy near tin, and they made the most of the opportunity they got.
I mean, the one difference that I saw between both these teams is the point you brought up. When Envy were pushing through tracks and they were trying to take control of that globe area, it was so tough to them. And that's the point of a choke point. You control the area on the outside, and those Envy players were forced to funnel through. Optic Gaming with the better positions, they were able to get the better of the trades. But when Optic Gaming were in that position, when they were pushing through tracks, they were able to get it, 2 or 3 times. That led to a series of scores that they were able to win the game from.
Well, I think what also hurt Envy too is when they would push rails, it would go all in on rails.
Yeah.
They'd have everybody in there. And when they'd lose those engagements, they would have nobody at globe, so they'd all spawn tin, so Optic, it just fell into place.
Yeah.
But when Optic would try to push for rails, they would have someone lingering back like Karma playing from that globe's truck, where if his 2 teammates died inside the train tracks area, he would fall back to globe, maybe get his team to spawn. If not, he would buy enough time for them to come off the respawn to defend their base. Unfortunately for Envy, the setup just wasn't there. Optic Gaming just 14 straight kills at that one moment, which just let them run away with the score. So Green Wall fans, you've got to be happy they've recovered from that first game 1. Here's a look at your after-action report. Formal 33-24. At one point, he had 30 kills before anyone else on the team even had 20. In the end, though, 3 dunks from Karma gets it done for Optic Gaming.
I really think the slang was also something that set Optic Gaming apart from Envyus going to this map. I mean, there were times where they were able to, trade like 3 downs and trade 4 downs, but another difference, Optic Gaming were able to convert on those opportunities, whereas Envyus weren't.
They most certainly weren't. Optic Gaming up 2-1. Guys, go ahead and give us your thoughts on that game 3.
All right, thanks, guys. The funny thing about this, the first time these guys played in Stage 1, we talked about the Game 5 infection. The uplink they played was Fringe as well. And I remember we did a theater rewind. I had deja vu a little bit through this game because, remember, they were down, I think, like 4.
It was Optic that was down.
Optic was down, like, I think 4 points with 60 seconds to go. They got back-to-back dunks. They pushed it to overtime, and then they ended up winning the game. So the replay I actually want to look at was a bit similar in the fact that they got the spawn trap, pushing forward, and were able to rip off these back-to-back dunks, which looked a lot to me like what we saw in our theater rewind, like early in Stage 1.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a look at the replay, but I think another story from this game was we talked about it in the pregame. JCap versus Formal. Formal had a rough hard point. How he was going to bounce back showed up in a big way in that one.
Yeah, he really, really did, and it was so reminiscent of what we saw. It was Formal picking up kills. I think he might have had a man of war in this position the last time because I remember Revan talking through this. They get through. They get the setup here. This time they're only up 2. But they're able to get complete control here, rally through for back-to-back dunks, and this reminds me just so much of the closing of the second half, the first time these 2 teams faced off. Obviously, different rosters this time around, but they're able to get these back-to-back dunks, and this is where it kind of opened up, right? They get the 6-point advantage. They're able to take control here inside 2, start to run away with things with those dunks, and as much as I was impressed by Envy to take that first game, now it's looking scary. I mean, that was your chance. You got the game 1. I feel like you kind of had to take one of the next 2.
I still feel like Envy has a chance.
No, they do.
I wouldn't say they're out of it.
I wouldn't either. But I think I still feel like they kind of needed to take one of those next 2 to get that advantage, that 2-1 up.